Well, it's Boxing Day and we're going to go for a little walk somewhere closer to home today. We're going to explore the village of Weedon, a village that a lot of people just drive through. It's on the crossroads of the A45 and the A5 Watling Street, but it's got a stack of history, and let us show you what it is. This intersection of two main trunk roads is still a busy route used by travellers and commuters today. Heading west up the hill on the A45, it's a pretty unassuming place. There are a few shops and of course a couple of pubs. You'll soon get clues though as to the village's history, and before long you're crossing the Grand Union Canal that runs all the way from Birmingham to London, of course. More on the canal later, but immediately after crossing the canal you cross the West Coast Main Line, which is a busy train route going from London Euston all the way to Glasgow. Up on the left hand side of the road is a pretty ordinary looking housing estate, but set within it is a plaque set between three very tall trees, and it seems that this was the location for King George III's retreat in case Napoleon invaded. A little bit deeper into the housing estate is a clearing which has a very intriguing looking stone circle and a whole load of tethering posts. The stone circle isn't ancient, in fact it's very modern. It covers a mound where there are debris from the demolished school of equitation, and this was the site for the training school for cavalry regiments that were used in the Napoleonic Wars and First World War. So these are absolutely incredible, and it just conjures up images of cavalry officers returning from their rides on their mounts and stallions and tethering the horses to these posts before going in and doing the grooming and getting a hearty evening meal. What a fantastic piece of history this is right here. And a little further on you come across a sign welcoming you to Weeden Depot. This vast military complex was built in 1802 and was still in use all the way up till 1969. As well as a general military barracks, it's seen used as a supply depot to supply the front lines in the First World Wars. It's also being used as a munitions and ordnance store. But these days it has a very different purpose. It provides a variety of industrial units to serve the local community. So one of the many great businesses here in the depot is the Roman Way Brewery, just back there, you can see that. It's a lovely little microbrewery, doing some fantastic real ales, and they have meals in the evening, like burger bars, pizza vans and things like that. And you can sit out here all time of year and just enjoy a good local brew. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
This is a really interesting place to explore, but if you want some really detailed information, there's a fantastic visitor centre run by local guides. And the depot itself was connected to the Grand Union Canal, and access was via this really fascinating portcullis, which you can still see today. And barges with supplies for troops on the front line would have been loaded on this very quayside. Heading down the hill away from the depot are the firemen's quarters, and as the depot had munitions, it also had its own fire brigade. These days, these properties are just used for residential housing. Then to the village millennium sign, which shows the depot and the cavalry school. It shows a strange lady chasing some geese and a train. More on those later on. The roads leading out to the east of the village go underneath the railway line and also the canal, but you can walk down between the two in an area called Puddle Bank, which crosses the River Nene. Yes, the Nene, we're in Northamptonshire, not Cambridgeshire. And in this area is a fabulous pocket park. This is a really peaceful spot and provides an area for pond dipping, but it also provides access to the river bank, and you can see where the river is culverted under both the railway line and the canal. And further down the Puddle Bank path you'll soon come across the Church of St Peter and St Paul. There has been a church at this site for over 1300 years, although most of the existing building dates to the 18th century. However, it is worth noting that the existing stone tower where the bells are does date back to the 12th century. The church is beautiful inside and does seem to be in very active use. Some records seem to suggest that the church was built on the site of an earlier church dedicated to St Werburgh. St Werburgh was a princess of the Anglo-Saxon kingdom of Mercia and a former abbess of Weedon. It is claimed that St Werburgh was able to communicate with a troublesome flock of geese and banish them from the village of Weedon, and to this day some people say you will never see a goose in Weedon. If you do really want to check thoroughly for geese, it is definitely worth climbing out of the village and up onto the surrounding Weedon Hill, which provides some very splendid views back across the village and across Northamptonshire. And the adjacent valley over towards the village of Churchstowe is the subject of current speculation about a possible site for the Battle of Watling Street involving Boudicca and her defeat by the Romans. Heading back to the church, you can soon walk up towards a railway bridge that crosses the West Coast Main Line, and this has been the site of two tragic rail crashes, both in 1915 and 1951, hence the inclusion of the train on the village sign. And immediately alongside the railway line is the Grand Union Canal, and it's easy just to cross the canal and drop down onto the towpath. This is then beautiful, if not a little bit muddy, canal side walking back up into the main village area. And this is a busy section of the Grand Union Canal, with plenty of moorings, a marina, and plenty of spot for fishermen, of course. So here we are, we're finished, we've done our circular walk around Weedon Bec. Nice finish, wasn't it?
It was, really nice.
Nice finish, lovely circular walk, bit muddy underfoot.
It's got lots of history as well, isn't it?
Loads of history, we like it here, don't we?
Yeah.
We like it here. Alright, well look, just to wish you a very happy new year, and we'll see you in 24.
Bye!
Bye!
Please like and subscribe.